Okay.
in like a multitude of colours.
Oh, quite Pocahontas.
Yeah, very, very Pocahontas. Very, very.
Poke my hunters.
Very, wow, I just said that word online.
Oh my
god!
On live record,
I know.
pre-record.
Oh, we can say well, it's fucking internet.
I know, and we've ticked explicit, so it's fine. But yeah, that's probably what I'd have.
That's
Ollie?
cute. I would.
Yours is more conceptual than mine.
Very.
Oh, God,
Mine was like, I wear a gold foil.
Mine's definitely conceptual. I would do something like probably like a kimono, like a long kimono.
No, she better don't.
Kimono, she better don't. Kimono, but I'd make it myself and do like a long train, and I would have it in like proper rainbow fabric, rhinestoned, something that cinches me in at the waist. Probably a pair of heels, and I just think, something with a long train.
See,
I think.
This is exactly. So all the things that are coming up are rhinestones.
Yeah,
glitter, shiny,
sequins,
colour. Everyone should have been in.
Exactly.
But
we had a bit of a letdown, and I think it was like a 50-50 hit and miss with most people.
Oh, I'm going to ask you about fashion.
Okay, go on
Are we
then.
recording?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yes, Phil.
So let's move on to our own personal fashion.
Oh well.
Rather than high fashion. What would you say was your style?
From high fashion to high street fashion.
From high fashion to low rent. Us. Yeah, what would you say? Do you have a style, do you think? Or
No.
I would throw on.
Do black and black is your style.
Oh yeah, you do wear.
Yeah, I do
of
wear a
You
lot
have
of
a
black,
black.
but I
But
have
is that
been...
a conscious that? Is it like, oh, it's nice, it's slimming. I like the color. It doesn't show up dirt.
No, I just like the color, and I wore a lot of black until I got a dog, and once because I got a fawn dog.
Oh,
as soon as I got Eddie,
the dander,
the white hairs, and I've now started having different colours and
grey.
a bit of colour. Yeah, I've got a bit of grey now, a little bit of white.
I wear this fawn fur coat sometimes.
I mean, we are saying that, but I am wearing a burgundy t-shirt right now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know I'm very.
you are the most
Bowen
flamboyant, aren't
today.
you?
You look like Alfie Bloody
Alfie
Moon.
Moon.
today.
I look like some wallpaper from the 70s today. When I get up in the morning and I look through the Mrs. Phil Perry wardrobe, I think, who am I? Who do I want to be? Where am I going? Where have I been? Where do I want to go? That's
You get the story together, don't
questions.
you?
Yeah, I have to put a whole story together.
What was your story this morning?
Yeah, yeah. What
My
was
story
that?
My story was like, well, I need to get to work as soon as possible. No, so, and I think we did. Yeah, so we discussed. We've discussed my personal fashion before as ironic novelty.
Yeah,
a lot of the time,
very,
not all
very
the
much
time.
so.
Sometimes
You are very good.
Ollie's
at
just
it.
taken a photo. Of
I
me.
am,
Hang on
because
a
when we
sec.
upload this, people will see your flowery blouse.
Flowery blouse. Do you know that's a favourite expression of mine? Not a lot of people know a blouse, which is
I love
a
blouse.
feminine top.
No.
If someone's a top, but they're quite feminine.
No, it's not.
You'd call them
They're a
a
blouse.
top and a blouse. Yeah, a top is a masculine top, and a blouse is a feminine top. So if someone's quite like, oh no, not femme shaming, but you know,
Oh my
yeah, if
God.
someone's a feminine top, you call them a blouse.
You learn something new every day.
Copyright. But yeah, so I do wear quite outlandish. That's why I think I would have done well at the Met Gala, because that's kind of my style anyway. But
And also, if you're going to the Met Gala, you are sort of a budget for your outfit doesn't really come into play, does it? You're
Well,
already
not when
paying
you're-
30 grand for a ticket, so and then you have.
not if you're a celebrity.
I mean, yeah, for a celebrity, people will come to you, but if you're not, you just go to ASOS. ASOS, I'm on the Met Gala this week.
Yeah, that's when we talk about the British one. It'd all be Primark, like McKay's, Pilot. It'd all be those ones, wouldn't
Florence and Fred.
Bon Marsh.
Peacock's own range.
Dorothy Perkins.
Yeah,
Dotty Peas
yeah.
is my mum
Dotty
used to call it.
I love a high street shop that's got like Mark
Fun
Sparks, a mum's thing, like they call it.
Oh,
dear.
God.
But
What about you, Ollie? What's your fashion? What's your fashion style?
I don't know. It's just very basic. I've got very much into an oversized jumper lately because I think it.
Do you know what? I've started oversized jumpers and I quite like them.
Very in right now.
I'm living my my Ariana life.
Yeah, Ariana fantasy.
yeah, she's made it cool, because before it was very like kind of middle-aged woman who's into the arts.
Or skaters.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, or
skater
skaters,
boys.
yeah.
Because they
Or the
do-
90s.
Yeah, very much so the 90s, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what I am. I think I'm just like a bit of a trash bag. It's kind of like half-assed.
Trash.
Well,
what's your style? Trash bag.
You
Trash
said
bag.
it.
Yeah, I know. I used to love a novelty tee, but I've kind of gone off them now.
But I don't
the thing is, like, for work, I've got to be very plain for work. I don't want to stand
I just
out.
will defend novelty for a second. I don't like novelty for
All
the
the
sake of
time.
novelty's
Yep.
sake. Like, I remember...
Like your Miss Vanjie top to see Miss Vanjie.
Yeah, that's just to get noticed. That's called peacocking, to just grab people's attention.
Although one of my favourite trends for men now, even if you go on ASOS, look at the men's stuff. ASOS do a festival range, which I must say is pretty
Fantastic.
camp.
I
like
love it.
Straight
Oh,
man
yeah.
in a sequin, lovely
ASOS
thing to see.
I mean, not that we're plugging labels, but for
ASOS,
me-
if you want to
for me,
sponsor us, we're
as
here.
a human male man looking for a camp outfit, ASOS, Misguided, Boohoo, they're all doing. Actually, I think Misguided is only for women, but nevertheless,
I
Boohoo-
do.
We
I
shop
do-
in
we shop in
Misguided.
Misguided because I get some great festival stuff there.
Yes,
Also, I'm not
but I
naming.
mean, Boohoo Man have an official Boohoo have an official men's section, and ASOS have an official men's section, and
Yeah.
there it's all. There's like just see last week harnesses on ASOS.
Yeah.
Like
Brilliant.
a bit late to the party because I think that I remember when Adam Rippon wore it to something, but literally like a year ago. I thought that's when it then would have gone on to ASOS, but it's like literally just in the last like month or so has come
Bizarre.
up. But
I'm loving the ASOS
it's
festival.
become
range.
very
Yeah.
avant-garde.
Exactly.
Is what I would call it. It's not like, oh, I'd wear that down the shops to just get a pint of milk. It's like that's and when I'm looking, not just ASOS, but when I'm looking at any kind of online shop, my general go-to, I'll search fringe, leopard,
Yep.
glitter, sequins, and,
Sequins, yep.
and I'll check the page for each of those, and there'll be
I'll
something-
check mesh as well.
Up mesh is always a good
Mesh
search.
is great.
Sometimes I'll just put animal print in general because leopard would be my go-to, but a
that your
zebra,
spirit
anything
animal
that's a
print?
zebra print, yeah.
Rainbow I search for quite a lot.
But yeah, all these sites now are very, they cater for the gays.
They do cater for the gays, and that's what I love about it.
This is the thing that I've spoken
That'd
to
be a
Josh
great
about.
catering company for gay events.
Cater to the gay.
Cater for the gays. Catering for the gays.
And I think I know we're talking about a lot about sort of like unisex clothing and androgyny and stuff. I think that's something that the Met Gala does actually do wonders for. This whole sort of androgyny.
Oh yeah, it makes it fashionable.
It makes it fashionable, and the more that we see that,
highlights it.
and the more that happens for everyone to see on a platform like the Met Gala, it makes it more likely and happen for us quicker in our sort of day-to-day lives, in our general shopping.
And Anna Wintour,
So it bloody should.
Anna Wintour actually said in an interview that a guy came for a job interview at Vogue, and he came in a dress and a handbag, and she gave him the job on the spot because she doesn't like when people, like when we were saying earlier about fitting the theme and you fitting the theme,
Yeah.
and the theme fitting you. She thinks a lot of people will come and they'll to a job interview, and she can tell they've bought that outfit the day
For that
before
job,
yeah.
for the job interview. It's not how they would normally dress. And then this guy came in, and she was like, this is you. This is how you dress. This is the kind of person I want on my team.
Yeah.
And gave him the job
Nice.
on the spot. So
Amazing.
there you go.
Well, if you're applying for a job at Vogue,
Yeah.
while we are talking about Vogue, and I forgot to mention this earlier, can we just talk about what's her name, Lisa Koshy, who was
Bless you.
Oh, what that
who
their
was
commentator.
the commentator. For
I mean,
Vogue.
she's no Joan Rivers, but
But the live reaction of her watching Lady Gaga on the red carpet.
she's a gay man
yeah.
trapped in a
is
woman's body.
phenomenal. It is the best content I think I've seen in a long time.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it on Vogue's Twitter.
It is
Very
hilarious. She loses her mind nearly every single time Lady Gaga changes her costume, and I think it's wonderful. I just had to get that out.
Marvelous.
Excellent. Well, I think we've got everything out now. So, shall we move on?
Outlets.
It's our favourite section of the week. It's time for Fagony Aunts. Cue the music.
Well, here we are again for another wonderful segment of Fagony Aunts. So, as always, you can send us your messages on, any of our social medias, or you can go onto our website and drop us a little anonymous submission on the form at the bottom there.
I
So
love an anonymous submission.
we love an anonymous submission.
Oh, dear.
So let's get straight into it. We've got a couple to get through today.
Ooh,
I know.
popular.
So our first one is from H.
Wait.
Not from Steps.
Presumably not from Line of Duty either.
I don't know if it's from Line of Duty.
Or
Please.
H from Footballers' Wives.
Who knows? Who knows? It could
Okay.
be any of them.
It could be any.
Here's what it says.
Okay.
I'm really attracted to a good friend of mine, but the feeling is not mutual.
Ooh.
We still hang out, but it's getting harder to listen to them talk about the people they are dating and to be around them, but not make a move. What should I do?
I think I know who this is. It sounds an awful lot like. You're gonna have to beep that out.
I will beep that out.
You didn't say the name.
For once, he didn't
Okay.
say the name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cut
Put a beep in there.
them
it'd be
out.
funnier.
Get rid of them.
What?
That's it.
Cut them
Wow.
out.
I'll handle this as the queen of the friend zone. I'll tackle this one.
All right.
No, I just think if you're hanging out with someone that you fancy that doesn't fancy you, it's not a friendship, is it? Really? Because you're not giving each other the same thing. I think a friendship is only. It needs to be equal.
Yeah.
Whereas if it isn't, you're not in a friendship. So, and you're not getting anything. It's about giving and taking. Blah blah blah. Haha. But it needs to be. You need to be getting as much out of it as you're putting
in.
into it.
Yep.
And if all you're getting is sort of heartache and
Bad
sorrow,
feelings.
then what are you? Why have that person around? Even though you like them, if it's not going to go anywhere, then presumably there are other people in your life than this one person. So
Wait, has the person have they like definitely said
Well, it
that
says-
this guy's
what
not
does it
into
say?
them,
It
or are
says-
they just assuming that the guy's?
it says
not
the
into
feeling
them?
is not mutual.
Yeah.
So we don't know if that means
They've tried
They've
and it's
confessed their
failed,
love.
or
they could have flat out said, "I am in love with you." And then the person has rebuffed them, or
No.
it could be like they've tried the odd move and it's like not been reciprocated. We don't know.
We just
But-
know that this person knows that it's.
I
Not
think if
reciprocated.
it's the if it's the trying the moves thing, think about the moves that you've tried, and if they've been too subtle, then potentially there's a chance. Like if you've not made it quite obvious. Obviously, if on the other hand it's a full blown, you've told them you like them and they've said, "I only see you as a friend," then that's when you need to take the step backwards.
I see. I don't think you need to go as far as taking a step backwards. I think what you need to do is you need to get out there. You need to go and find someone else to focus your time and energy on. By all means, do not stop being friends with this person and don't stop hanging out with them.
Oh, and I'm not saying if you do block them out, if you take that option to do it forever. I'm saying you just do a bit of cold turkey for a little while, and then let's do a mix of our things.
Yeah.
And then you get focused on someone else, and then when you're into that person, you'll be able to be friends with the other person,
and it not hurt so much.
and then you can go back to them. So I
Exactly.
would say cut them out for now, go find someone else, then come back to them and be like, "Oh, hey, sorry, I've been busy.
oh, hey, sorry,
Sorry, I've been busy the last
I've
3
been
years."
I've been dating someone,
Yeah,
and well, that may then shock them into actually,
but like,
because you know that people want what they can't have.
oh yeah, but I don't like all the game. When people do the whole kind of like, "Oh, I'm going to push them away to see if they'll go, and I'll test them, and I'm going to get with someone else."
Oh, don't do that. It never works. Never works.
No, it's like, "Oh, I'm going to push them away, and I'm going to get with someone else and see if they leave." That person will just leave. Like,
that person will walk
like
away.
don't play the games because the games never work.
No, well, but we're sitting here going,
I know we're in.
Go away!
Yeah, do this, but no, I think.
Find something else to occupy your time.
Yeah,
Get a
hang out with
hobby.
other people. I mean, it depends also how often you're hanging out with this person. If you're hanging out with them a lot, that's going to make the feelings stronger,
more
and-
intense.
Yeah. Whereas if you hang out with spread your time a bit around other people, and you're not completely focused on this one person, then that will be easier as well.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I would say step back a little.
Focus your energy on someone else.
Yeah, get on.
Then
get on the dating
you'll
sites.
know when the time is right. Go back to them and carry on being friends and pick up. You'll be able to if
be
you're
honest
good
with
friends, you'll be able to pick up where you left off.
Yeah, and I would say be honest with them as well, because if you just suddenly sort of start making excuses for not being able to hang out with them or whatever, and they just think you're being rude. Whereas if you say, "Listen, I really like you, but it's doing my head in, like,
Can't take it anymore.
I'm just gonna like let's have a bit of a break or whatever. Then that person, if they're like you say, if they're a good friend, they'll completely understand, and they will then know to keep their